You know when you look at a clock with hands and it feels like you're trying to read some kind of secret code? Well, you kind of are. But don't worry, because in this explainer, we are going to crack that code together once and for all.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start by decoding the clock face itself. Then we'll master the hour, which is a really quick win. After that, we'll see how minutes make all the difference. Figure out that whole AM versus PM thing, and finally, put it all together to see how time works in your day.
See, every single clock like this one, it's telling a story. It's the story of your day, playing out one moment at a time. It's telling you when it's time to wake up, when to eat, and of course, when to play.
But what good is a story if you can't actually read it, right? That's the big question we are here to answer. So let's learn the language of the clock, step by step. First things first, we've got to decode the clock face. The best way to think about it is like a little stage, and on that stage are two main characters. Each one has a super important job to do. So our first character is the hour hand. It's the short, steady one. It moves pretty slowly, just making its way around the clock, pointing to the big numbers to tell us what hour it is. It's the big picture. And here's our second character, the minute hand. Now this one's longer and it moves a lot faster than the hour hand. Its whole job is to zoom around the clock face one time every hour, telling us exactly how many minutes have passed. All right, let's move on and get ourselves a quick win. This is probably the easiest and most important part of telling time, and that's mastering the hour. Okay, take a look at this clock. See how that long minute hand is pointing straight up to the 12? You can think of that as a big reset button. Whenever it's up there, it means we're at the very top of a new hour. We call this o'clock. So, whenever that long minute hand is on the 12, all you have to do is find the short hour hand. Whatever number it's pointing at, well, that's the hour. It's that simple. This shows it perfectly. Look at the clock on the right. The long minute hand is pointing up to the 12. Now find the short hour hand. Yep, it's pointing right at the 3. So that means it's exactly 3 o'clock. Easy, right? Okay, you've totally mastered o'clock. Now for the really cool part, the minutes. See, every number on the clock also helps us count minutes. The trick is to count by fives. The 1 is 5 minutes, the 2 is 10 minutes, 3 is 15, you get the idea. Let's follow the minute hand's journey. So, as that minute hand moves around, just count by fives. When it gets to the 3, like you see here, we count 5, 10, 15. That's 15 minutes. And since it's gone a quarter of the way around the clock, people sometimes call it quarter past the hour. Since the short hour hand is a little past the 1, the time is 1:15. Now, what happens when the minute hand travels all the way down to the 6? Well, let's count by fives again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's 30 minutes. As you can see, the hand has gone exactly halfway around the clock face. And that's why we call this half past the hour. Makes sense, right? You're doing great. Seriously. But there's this little puzzle we still have to solve. Our clock tells us the hours, but it only goes up to 12. So how does that work for a whole day? Yeah, exactly this. A full day has 24 hours. So that little hour hand actually goes all the way around the clock twice every day. So how do we know if it's 8 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock at night? Well, the solution is actually pretty clever. We just slice the 24-hour day right in half. We end up with one 12-hour chunk that goes from midnight all the way to noon, and a second 12-hour chunk that goes from noon all the way back to midnight. And we give these two halves special names, AM and PM. AM is short for antemeridium, which is just a fancy way of saying before midday. It covers all the morning hours. And PM is postmeridium, or after midday, which takes care of the afternoon and all through the night. So now that we have all the pieces of the puzzle, the hours, the minutes, AM and PM, let's put it all together and see how this actually works in a real day. Let's make it real. So AM hours, that's for all your morning stuff. You know, waking up, having breakfast, maybe going for a swim before lunch. All that good stuff happens in the AM, the first part of your day's story. And then PM takes over for the rest of the day. This is for all your afternoon and evening activities, like watching some TV after dinner, maybe some fun around a campfire, and then finally going to sleep so you can rest up for the next day. Okay, let's do a super quick recap. It really just boils down to 4 main things. The shorthand tells you the hour.
The longhand tells you the minutes. AM is for the morning, and PM is for the afternoon and night. That's it. You totally got this.
So that clock, it's not a secret code anymore. It's a tool, and it's a tool for you. You can now read the story of your day as it happens. So really, the only question left is, what awesome story is your time going to tell today?